What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of H1Z1, where I'm actually going to fill my water up in the Crick down here now. So let's go ahead and fill up our water bottles. In the previous episode, we had actually used up a lot of our supplies, and in general, we had broken our bow and a couple of other things had happened. We had robbed a guy's basic trapping lodge. I mean, it's not that bad. He'll be able to get food after that, so it's not like we killed him or anything. But anyways, we took from his stash, which was below his house. He picked an unwise place to put his stash, and ultimately he had to pay for it, I guess. Got another Zed coming in from the side right now. I'm going to deal with him real fast so that I can make a fire over here. I'd like to have, like, basic water supplies taken care of. See right there, it one-shotted him with the machete? That would have never happened a couple days ago. Got minor bleeding going on again. Let me get my... Where did the Band-Aids go? There they are. I was going to say, we got to get these bandages taken care of. And in fact, I'm going to have to stay on top of this for a little bit so that we can fix both the bleeding and some other stuff. But what we want to do right now is I'm actually going to chop down this tree. We're going to try and make a fire real quick. Chopping down a tree with a machete is probably going to hurt your machete pretty badly. It's not built for that. I mean, it'll work for a little bit, I guess, but you got to do what you got to do, I suppose. Right now, we're going to craft ourselves a campfire, and never underestimate how dangerous this is. Sitting next to a fire is like a #1 way to get yourself just annihilated. I'll probably ditch mine. Did I get rid of my fire bow already? Because I know we picked up the bow drill. We don't even need it anymore. It takes up 10 space when we've got a lighter right now. So basically, I'm going to stick with the lighter for the time being. Lighter also lights things up a lot quicker. Do you only get one use, though? Huh, okay. So that's there. What we really need to do right now is boil some water, because we're completely and totally out. So first things first, let's get everything lined up here, and we'll throw it on into the inventory as we look for it. And then, where's our water at? I know I have dirty water in here somewhere, that dirty, filthy water. Always looking at me with those dirty eyes, those come-and-get-me eyes. That's what you get, dirty water. I throw you into a fire. We also don't move from this position. It's risky, and it may make you drop your items at your feet below you, which I think already happened. No, it didn't actually. Okay, we're good. Purifying some of this water. We'll get that wolf steak done. In fact, what I want to do right now is I'm going to craft some blackberry juice with our winnings. We'll take the cooked rabbit right there. Hopefully that gets finished off a little bit quicker. We got plenty of blackberries right now. We just need more water. So there it is. We'll craft another blackberry juice. Oop, I don't want the dirty water back. I just grabbed the wrong thing. Throw those into there. As soon as the rabbit meat is up and ready to go, we're basically self-sufficient at this point. We have nothing that we need from the game at the moment aside from more ammunition to make ourselves safer, keep ourselves well guarded, more blackberry juice. I think I have coffee in here somewhere too. It might be worth it to make coffee out of the Do I have coffee? Yeah, I have ground coffee right here. Take the ground coffee in there, and then we need water as well. Where's the water at? Where's my water at? Did we already discover it? We might have already discovered it. Hold on, let me take a look. Let me get that rabbit back real quick. And if we already found coffee... Did we? Where's the water at? That's interesting. So, improvised compass. Where is our coffee at? I know you can make coffee out of this. We might as well, like, try... Oh, there it is. Apparently, I think it's probably because I was up by here. Let's make some coffee real quick, because we have the extra stuff, and I don't think I've ever made coffee. We'll see how it goes. We have to have coffee and water, I guess. Looks like how it's made, so let's take the purified water. Get this coffee can out of our inventory, too, for a little bit. I mean, it's only 5 space, but it's something. I think this should work right here. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll give it a second. While watching our ass... You ever notice how staring at a fire, like, makes your memory? I've always wondered if anybody's ever done a study on that. I always feel like when I look at fire, I remember things that I don't remember from, like, other parts of my life. We have more meat to cook? Well, that's fine. Let's make more meat, then. Deer steak. I'll probably fill up an empty bottle. Actually, I'm going to ditch that empty bottle. We have more than enough bottles right now. I don't need any more. Take the wolf steak, and once these 2 rabbit meats are done, we have more food than we could ever want in this game. Like, seriously, we have 1,000 lifetimes worth of food. Okay, maybe not 1,000. That might be an overestimation, but we have, like... 5 or 6 lifetimes worth of food easily. So yeah, it looks like we're good right now. I think I'm going to make my way on out of here. With the metal sheets, I was going to do some discovery or maybe fiddle around a little bit. But for right now, it's nighttime and we got to get into the city. I've been traveling south in between episodes for a long time. So seriously, don't underestimate how much time passes in between each episode, because sometimes it's just like, oh my god, this episode I did, and we were actually right over there at the end of the last episode in those trailers. But for right now, before that, in the last episode, in between each cut, seriously, I ran for probably 20 minutes or so in between each one. We're going to head south for right now. I can't tell you what our best plan is at the moment, but what I can say is that I want to eat that chili real quick. And then with our hydration, I probably should have drank a little bit better. Let me get rid of this bottle too. We got plenty of blackberry juice hanging out in our inventory, so I see no reason to like really over inundate ourselves with a ridiculous amount of bottles. So there's that. That'll put us back up to full. We've got enough twine for right now to last like an eon. Let's see if maybe we can do some kind of discovery with the twine. Hold on right here. I very, very rarely use the twine for anything. So we've got a battery. Can we do anything with the battery right now? No, we can't cross the battery with anything. We can cross the coffee with something else. A packet of sugar. Coffee with sugar. So what does that do? Coffee with sugar. Can I make that from where I am right now, or do I need a fire for that as well? Coffee with sugar. Where are you at? Coffee with sugar replenishes stamina and a great deal of hydration. It also warms you up in cold climates. Sure. It looks like an upgrade to normal coffee, I guess. So that'll be cool. That's actually, I love it when I find new stuff in this game. It's rare that I find new and interesting recipes. Actually, it looks like we did all of the twine recipes. So with the scrap metal, there's nothing left that we can do with it. Empty bottles. Is there anything right here? 20 scraps of cloth. And I think it's something else. That was nobody right there. That was me. My scroll bar's broken right now. With nails, wood planks, metal sheets, we can make ourselves a shack. So that's pretty cool. How much does that take, though? That's probably going to be expensive, right? Let's see here. With the shack, 2 metal sheets, 16 nails, and 8 wood planks. That's actually not too bad. That's not as bad as I figured it would be. With the metal sheets, we can make 2 metal bars out of the metal sheets. Do we have to do that like... Oh, no, with 2 metal bars, we can make metal sheets. Okay. So that's cool. That means we can actually create sheets from all the metal that we carry around with us. Because the metal sheets, what you can do is you can melt them down, and you can take these little scrap metal bits right here, melt them down into bars, and then turn the bars into sheets. Not a terrible idea, but you got to be next to a furnace for it to work. So other things to consider. I don't know why I'm carrying around so many metal sheets right now. I am. I've got a lot of them. I don't know why I've got a lot of them. I just sort of do. I picked them up because I think I was planning on doing some kind of discovery with them, maybe. Metal shards. We can make ourselves a snare. So you can make a booby trap right there. That's pretty badass. That's actually really, really cool. If I take that out, there's one more thing that we need to complete that, but nothing in our list at the moment. Anything else with these scraps of cloth along the way? I know you can make... Well, nothing there. Cold medicine, we can make swizzle, which is not a terrible idea. You need that, and you need purified water. So sugar, cough medicine, and... basically sugar, pseudoephedrine, and some other stuff. It says that you can actually make, I think, preserved meat out of all of this if you have the right stuff, if you have salt packets and things like that. But for right now, it looks like we got nothing left on the docket that we can actually create with our resources on hand. Let me see if we can find some spark plugs, actually. So we want to check all the houses with garages right now, because that's the most common place where you're going to find... This one doesn't have a garage, does it? Anyways, it's the most common place where you're going to find yourself a lovely set of spark plugs. And that's what we need in order to get a car up and running. There are car spawns all in and outside around these suburbs. It looks like there's a lot of stuff. I mean, that gives me pretty good faith about the respawns in these areas. Let's go out. This place has no garage, so it's of no use to us at the moment. It is of no consequence, sir. Of no consequence. Wreck truck. I could use some more scrap metal. I didn't bring along a crowbar, but, you know, I'd appreciate it. We got an empty bottle right there. Keep an eye out in these flat spaces. You never know when somebody's going to try and kill you. This server used to be high pop, and in the last couple days it's become low pop just because I think people are sort of like dropping off and waiting for the game to patch. I may do a server swap in between here in the next couple episodes. Maybe do something in third person for a while. I prefer the hardcore servers, actually. I didn't think that I would because I'm not that sort of player, but I like the hardcore servers a little bit better. I think that it's a little bit more intense, honestly, when you can't have eyes in the back of your head in third person mode. Scraps of cloth in the ottoman. None of this is stuff that I actually want and or need. Let's take a look. Nothing in there, but this house should have a garage maybe. This one will for sure, this red one, and since that's the only thing that I need right now, occasionally what you'll find, we got a Zed over there, so I'll close the door so he can't get at us. I don't feel like dealing with him right now because we don't have a ranged weapon. In here, I would say that they should raise where the dot of light goes when you're aiming your flashlight. Just a little change that I would make personally. You got a fire axe over here, or a wood axe, whatever you want to call it. Fire axes, I guess, have the plexiglass handle. They're a little bit different. No bullets or anything yet, although I will check the upstairs for them. In here, let me close that off so we don't have any visitors. I get spark plugs out of these boxes sometimes too, so be aware. They are a possible loot item you can get out of here. Nothing, though. We'll also check the tool cabinet just in case there's a Crowby over here, just in case we wanted to harvest ourselves some more metal. But for right now, I'd like to keep my eye on the prize. And I'd like to keep it very much oriented along the lines of things that I need right now. That zombie's going to stay on us pretty well. I might have to deal with him. Let's just deal with him. Always go for headshots, especially considering they've buffed them now to where the zombies die a little bit quicker. Took some damage right there. I think band-aids were up at the top end of the list. I should have turned my animal fat. I should have turned that into biofuel, but I didn't think about it until I was out there. So not much I could do about that for the time being. Let's just continue swooping through, just seeing what we can find here. The village is respawned right now, so we should be able to find spark plugs around here somewhere. On top of that, if we can find ourselves a car, it'll make our life a little bit easier. There are cars all in and around here. Sometimes in the driveways of the red houses, you'll find the red Jeeps that you need, and then you can fix those with a car battery and some spark plugs. So those are the two things that we're on the lookout for right now. Wrecked van, a green and yellow cap. Somebody left their cat in the car. I've had that happen before. I'm going to eat that real quick so that I don't have to dive into my own supply. I always say that, but we always find stuff before we actually need it. We've got a Zed down and over there. I'll check the mansions because they tend to be okay for loot. They're not amazing. And oh my god, I just got like the worst pain ever in my eyeball. My eye's all watering up. I'm not sure what just happened right there. It feels like something like bit me in my eye, or I don't know. Feels like I've definitely got an unintended visitor in my eye cavity right now, and it makes me sad. I'm going to take those metal bits right there so I can make some more bars later on. But for right now, I don't know what that was. The game just loaded something, so that's concerning. Nothing in the file cabinets. Should always check them for anything bullet related because they do have bullets every now and again. I bring that up, but I don't even think I've ever had a bullet come across. So machete on top of there. Always check on top of the entertainment system. Oh, there's an AR-15. Does it have any bullets? I don't think it's worth bringing along, but I don't think I've ever found anything for the AR-15, in all honesty. I don't think I've ever found a 5.56 or whatever it is they have it chambered for. Got a couple of Zeds right now trying to run up on us. A little bit buggy, though, as it stands right now. I'm going to get rid of him, and hopefully... It's weird because the bleeding triggers after the combat ends. Like, you don't get the bleeding until way after the hit. Maybe they need to clean that up a tad. I mean, if we find rounds for an AR-15 in here, I won't complain about it, and I'll take it. But it takes up so much space in our inventory that I usually, I leave more AR-15s behind than anything else because you never find loot for them. I don't know if they're chambered for 5.56 or what they're chambered for, but I've never, ever in my 50 hours of gameplay now found a single round for an AR-15, which leads me to believe that that's one of those, like, cash shop only items, I suppose. Doesn't make me happy, but I found everything else. Shotgun shells, 308s, pistol rounds. Never found an AR-15 round, not even once. Not on a zombie, not on a player, not on anything. And I've killed quite a few players at this point, so, you know. Off the balcony won't hurt us that much. It'll only do 4 damage. Fall damage is not that considerable in this game, so if you're worried about it, stop worrying about it. It's not that bad. It's seriously, you lose like 4 health after jumping off like a 50-story building. They'll probably buff it at some point, but for right now, it is a non-factor. Probably get my machete out right now real quick, just in case he decides to get a little bit more leggy than I expected him to. Exactly, just like that. Ow, Jesus. Get out of here. There we go, he's out of the way. We're bleeding again, though, which makes me think I must be running out of cloth. And so, more bandages, please. Yes, yes, hurry along. Hurry along. Maybe make like a stack of 5 or 6. I know I have that packet of gauze still that I've never used, but anyways, I'm going to try and kind of like dilly-dally, shilly-shally around the city for a little bit, because I want to get into PvP a bit in this playthrough. It makes me excited. It gets me all excited and husky feeling for whenever we have PvP, so if there's no risk to the game, why bother playing? I don't know. Like, I understand why some people don't really appreciate... Why would you keep a helmet in a tool chest? It doesn't even seem like it would fit in there. That seems like those two objects do not mix and match. Either way, though, I think we may hunt for man out here. See if we can find ourselves some delicious man flesh and dine upon it. You can't be a cannibal yet, so that's something that DayZ has up on this game. You can cannibalize people, which is all kinds of weird, and you can get kuru and all that fun stuff. I think the city's to the south of us, and I think it's where we were a couple episodes ago in Ranchito Taquito. Might be worth going back through. I'm going to leave the AR-15 for right now. I know people are probably going to be frustrated with me in so doing, but it takes up too much space, and I would have to drop something in order to bring it along, so there you go. At least I would have to drop a weapon in one of our quick slots in order to bring it along. Maybe I'll check upstairs in this one. I so rarely check upstairs in any of these that, I don't know, maybe I'm missing something. I doubt it, to be honest, but we can look. Scrap of cloth. Actually, I've been using a lot of cloth lately, so I will bring that along. How's our thirst doing? Our thirst is hanging in there. Not too parched at the moment. Lots of twine around, so if you're trying to build a bow, this is the place to be. Fortunately for us, we already killed like a dude that had like 1,000,000, or we found that zombie that had 1,000,000 twine on him, so that's good. That dead player. Did I already loot the garage? It had, I think it had a helmet in it, didn't it? Or did I switch houses? There's another car battery if you're so interested. Not what we need though. We need spark plugs. You actually technically only need spark plugs, and you only need a battery in order to make a car work. So if you're just real quick trying to get a if you're trying to get a car up and running like in the next couple minutes. Oh, that's inconvenient. Okay, I can't fit through that crack right there. He said knowing full well that he could probably squeeze through there. Luckily there's a hole on the other side, so let's not sit here trying to bash our round head through a square peg. I'm going to continue towards the city, I guess. We'll see if we can find a car there. You can quickly eyeball and see where the spawned cars are up and down the street. I don't see any right here. Usually they're going to be in the driveway of these red houses. And so I'm going to hit the red houses real quick before we go into the city, just to see if we can find spark plugs, because that's the thing that I'm looking for at the moment. I'll give you a little bit of flashlight. How about that? A little bit of flashlight, just in case. Branches inside of there. Why he's hauling around 1.5 million branches, I'm not really sure, inside of a van. But hey, whatever. Maybe he's a fan of branch logic, or I don't know. Something, I'm not sure. Nothing in there. Sometimes you'll find spark plugs on those shelves, although it's at a lesser chance than in other locations. I hope there's a door opening right here. At least there's Zeds around, so that's good. I'm hoping they increase the number of Zeds. They need to make there be maybe like 5 or 6 times as many Zeds. But get the AI patch first, because nobody likes the buggy Zeds right now. The weird buggy latency Zeds are kind of problematic. If you increase them into large hordes, there's a turbo for a police car. All-purpose goggles if you're into that sort of thing. In case you want to like steampunk it up or something. Nothing right there though, so I think that's going to be about it for us. I don't see any other buildings with garages around here, so I think we'll make our way out of town and into one of the more populated areas. It's also strange, we haven't seen the zombies drop any of those quest notes just yet. I played quite a bit. Oh, there's a bear down there. I learned that lesson already. There are many lessons that I have learned in this game, but none so poignant as the fact that you can't really... None so poinsettia. As I heard a little kid say that one time. Like, it's poinsettia to think. He's just trying to sound smart because he heard one of his parents use the word poignant, and I think he got it mixed up. It was adorable in a weird sort of sense. You know, like when little kids use big words and they don't know how to use them properly, so they mess them up, but it's still kind of cute. And it's also kind of smart because at least they tried. Like, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So, if you use the wrong vocabulary, don't get embarrassed about it. It gives somebody a chance to really hammer it in by correcting you. Nobody likes to be corrected. That's when I learned my biggest, deepest, most darkest lessons, when people have to correct me. There looks like there's a crag or something up here. It looks like we've hit a lake of some sort. I don't know what lake this is, but I think it backs up to a city, I think. I'm pretty sure. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty close. Do we have any empty bottles right now? We do. Let's go ahead and fill it up in this creek while we're here. Just so that as we run around, we might be able to use it a little bit better later on. We should probably also heal ourselves in case we get into PvP. Our health is at 78. Each bandage will put us closer to 100. And you never know when you're going to need that extra hit of health before things go down. Our food is looking okay. I'm going to eat right now, though, just in case. You don't get any hydration from eating wolf meat, so obviously you'll have to keep your hydration meter under consideration when in these situations. You can't combine dirty water. Somebody asked in the comments, and I'm trying to hit all of these right now. Somebody asked in the comments, what happens if you use the blackberries on dirty water? Nothing. You can't cross them over. It's just not something you're able to do. Although we might be able to cross dirty water with something. That's going to give us purified water, and I think that's the only recipe that they have right there. If we had gasoline, we could cross it with this, the biofuels, and it would give us gunpowder. But I've yet to find a real use for gunpowder. I assume it's for booby traps or bombs or something. Got a Z up here, and a couple of houses on top of the berm. I think I'll probably continue along the way up here and just kind of like see what we can line up with. I don't have a bow at the moment, but I do have a gun, so if we get ourselves into a PvP fight, I am prepared to unleash the Daka on somebody. Every now and again, the zombies will bug out and they'll be on top of all the roofs. It's actually hilarious to look at when it does happen. Actually, I can show you the gun right now if you wanted to see how it works. There it is right there. I don't know if I've ever, like, fired a shot in this playthrough. I'm not sure if I have or have not, and so there it is. The guns are fairly loud. People can hear them from a long ways around. Now that they've actually increased the loot spawns, I would not count on people running away from the sound of gunshots anymore. They used to because loot was so, like, limited that, Yeah, most of the time you didn't have bullets, so if you heard somebody that did, you kind of just gave them like a wide berth and just stayed away from them just in case. I don't see anything over there, nothing on the counters. We'll check the tops of everything's in here. Occasionally, I don't know. I still feel like they need to make ammo more prevalent. Like I think I'm lagging right now, but it's hard for me to tell. Either that or this place is bugged. One or the other. I think it's a little bit of both, to be honest. Yeah, it's a little bit of both. I think it just recovered. I think might be lagging on the server a little bit at the moment. I don't know if they're taking it down for maintenance or what. Typically, it's actually been fairly stable for me, though, over the course of the last couple days. I will say that the patches have made the game more pleasing to play. At least you can find loot now. But they still got to drop more bullets. You got to drop more bullets. SOE. Get rid of the cash shop, drop more bullets, make it find everything in the game, make it pay to play. $29.99, you get to play the game from there on and add cosmetics to the item shop. Add like car paint and things that you can add, where you get a spray can that adds like custom body kits to cars and things like that. Just make it so that, you know, there's things to pay for if people want to spend the extra money, but get rid of all the pay to win stuff, like the slightly pay to win stuff, I guess. I mean, the guns for cash, it's got to go. And depending on where your position is, that's going to be a bigger crime based on a lesser crime, depending on, you know. I see it as kind of like a middle range. I really would prefer that it not be in the game, and it probably will come launch. It will more than likely detract from my likelihood to stay playing the game if you can just like buy guns that fall from the sky. I know the dev team is really, really married to this idea. I can't tell you whether it's the devs that are married to this idea, or the accountants that are married to the idea, or the producers that are married to the idea. Can you even destroy this? Like, it's a barricade. This is a player-built barricade right here. It seems like somebody tried to fortify their house for a minute. Maybe they had somebody chasing them around. I don't know. We could take a second. We could fire this up and actually melt down a lot of these for bars, maybe. There's somebody here right now. Hold on. I 100% heard footsteps. There's a 1911 over here, which is not loaded. We'll load it into our backpack real fast just to see how good it is, if it's worth keeping. Where'd it go? Really? Almost perfect durability. Well then. Drop that one on the ground and take the perfect 1911. I'd way rather have that. Yeah, that one's going to last us a good solid long time. Now we never have to worry about our gun breaking like ever again. Like seriously, we will die long before this gun ever breaks. Additionally, we have to find somebody to kill first. And since we haven't had much luck getting into altercations, I would say that for right now, nothing in there. Sounds like it's a Z outside. I think I got panicky for no reason. What I'll try and do now is let's melt down. How big are the bars that we have? Are they like huge? Because I don't want to carry around a bunch of enormous metal bars. They're 50 by comparison to the scrap metal being 5 apiece, so I would actually rather wait to melt that down until I need it rather than waste my space right now. If you're trying to get started, I don't know. It seems like the game is geared around melee combat right now, and they really, really, really need to bring that home. Like, guns are... You have to have guns. Like, if I think of all the most intense things that have ever happened to me in DayZ, it's when people are heavily armed and they're all fighting over locations. As of right now, the big hinging factor as to whether... Oh, a church. Ooh. This is... We've got a levitating zombie right here, too. He's learned some new powers. You're like, yeah, that's real nice. I enjoy this. I'm gonna... see if I can machete him real fast, because I don't want to deal with him. He seems sort of bugged. There's another flying zombie over there. My god. Okay. So these might be holding their positions wrong. Ow. Who's biting me right now? Depriest's inner life. I'm going to run away, and we're going to hope that we can fix this. We may be lagged. We may die due to lag right now. I don't know. The bite stopped, which is a plus. As long as the bite stops, that's okay, but we need to get away right now. No, the bites are still going, and we're not losing health either. We may die due to lag right now, which will be really, really disappointing. I don't think there's anything in these little mausoleums back up in here. I don't think. I don't know what's happening, but we're not going to mess with any of those bugged-ass zombies anymore. Those things are bad news bearses. Definitely let us have it. Is there anything over here? Can we open the door? No. I've never been here before. Oh, there's a backpack, just in case. Oh, a tan military backpack. Yes, sirree. I think the military backpacks hold a lot more. 1,200, yeah, so we're even better off right now, I think. I don't know. I don't think I've ever been here before. What is this over here? Like a big warehousing division? What is this? I've never seen this graveyard before. I've never seen any of this before. Let's go back into the church and we'll check this out. Maybe I'll let this episode run a little bit longer for a second just so we can check it out because I've never been here before. It's a big deal to me. There are a few areas on the map I haven't explored, and this is one of them. On this side, music's definitely taken a turn for the darker. We've got an axe over there. Got that over there. I think I'm going to use another band-aid real fast just to keep our health regenerating in case these Zeds decide to bug out again and takes a chunk out of us. I don't know, this is a little bit creepy, but I think we're going to stay. Definitely not feeling it right now, but I think we'll kind of like... I'm going to channel all my manliness for right now and see if maybe we can find something good inside of here. I don't know. Sometimes churches... Oh, this is a different church. Jump over the pungies real fast. Check these cabinets. I don't know why people are always putting down pungies in church. Maybe they're bored. The sermon was bad and they had a lot of time on their hands. I don't know what to tell you. Nothing. Is there anything inside of the podium? No, nothing inside of the podiums. Ooh, dual-wielding priests. I like that. I like that. They bounce back and forth between the priests. They'd be like, priest number 2, take it! And then they have like, you know, it's like a rapid fire back and forth. There's a wood axe right there. Just in case you have a need for such a thing. The Zeds sound like they're looking for us, so let's jump the barricade right here. That tends to set them off and they get confused by it and then they bail out. And then we'll check this. This must be on the opposite side of the city, maybe? I don't know, maybe we have been in here. I'm not sure. This might be Ranchito Taquito, but I couldn't tell you 100%. Either way, though, now that it's getting light out, let me get my gun and we'll just keep this thing trained at anything that decides to come after us. Because I would really prefer to not get jumped by a player right now. It's disappointing because in the episodes I deleted, we had PvP where I fought with other people, but it was kind of like one of those like random things where you sat around 35 minutes running around in circles and then somebody would show up, we'd kill them in the last 5 minutes of the episode, and then it would be just a boring episode all around except for those 5 minutes. Additionally, I got rid of all the stuff that was with the older patch because they fixed all this stuff, and so I want to show you a representative copy of the game right now. We've got an MRE in the trash can. We got fertilizer over there. Or no, it's fertilizer and charcoal is what gives you gunpowder. Let's do that discovery right now. Just to say that we did. We've got the fertilizer. We've got a scrap of cloth. What else do we have? A packet of sugar. What does that do? A smoke flare. Oh yeah, we've discovered that already, haven't we? I don't know. I think we have. It seems like something we've discovered already. A shelter. Alright. Looks like you can make a couple different types of shelters. Honestly, let's go with the fertilizer. And did I get rid of my charcoal? No, there it is. That'll give us gunpowder. Let's make the gunpowder right now. I don't know how that affects anything, but we'll kind of like run it across some of our other materials as we go along. If they made you able to like craft like bullets and things like that, I'd be totally down for that. That'd be fine by me if you could actually use gunpowder to make yourself a landmine. Holy shit, we can make a landmine? No way. Well, hell. I mean, if you can make it, why not? Let's make a landmine. Cool. It's pretty small, too. Let's go blow somebody up. I mean, we could leave that sitting around just about anywhere. Man, I can't wait to see the look on somebody's face when that happens to them. Dude, that would be so righteous. It would be off the chain. It would be off the chain across the front yard and into the neighbor's yard. It'd be out there. It'd be off the chain like one of those big biting ball things from Mario. I don't know what to call them. I know they have a name, and I can't remember. Chompies? Are they called chompers? I don't know. It'd be off the chain like a chomper in Mario World. I don't know. Sometimes they're on the chain, though. When they get off, though, it becomes equally concerning. Bullets! Anybody want to give me anything in here? Well, hell. We got Zeds coming in after us. I figure we'll probably deal with that, and then I'll break off the episode, because it looks like we're just about out of time. I'm ready to fight with people. I am ready. I am totally ready. Actually, they're not even inside the building. I might be able to skeef this and get the hell out of here. I wish you could break out windows and stuff like that, too, and make jumps to other buildings and things like that. You can with some of the windows, but some of the windows are indestructible, and you can't really, like, get through them. They're sort of, like, barred up. Wow, we have a lot of zombies on our trail right now. We should probably come up with some kind of way to, like... Yeah. Yup, this is problematic. Damn, son. Alright, we need to ditch these dudes right now. Oh my god, they're everywhere. I don't want to waste my ammo on zombies either. I try to save it for a PvP just in case. You know somebody's... Oh! Pleasant Valley Police. Hold on. Long episode. Never mind. We're going to the police station. We're going through here, out the back. I'm going to circle around as best we can. If there's a door to be shut, we're going to try and shut it. But for right now, we just need to get a gap in between us and them, and then we'll try and hit the police department over here. I think we've got a gap now. I think we're good. Maybe, but I'm still going to keep going through buildings just in case because it throws off their pathfinding. Okay. I think we're golden now. We want to be, I mean, ear to the ground when we go in here because this is going to be a high value target for just about everybody. Straight through the front door like a badass. If anybody tries to come in, landmine. Yep. Oh shit. I kind of want to stay and see. It didn't work. Maybe it's for players only. I don't feel like I knocked him down. I feel like we're a little bit... I mean, I need to get the headshot, otherwise he won't die. There we go. I'm going to put the landmine right there just in case, because I feel like leaving a surprise for anybody that tries to get the jump on us in the police station's a good plan. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find some ammo or something in here. Who knows? I mean, chances are probably not. My guess is that this place, now that I know about it, this would be a high-value place that people would try and, like, guard just in case. Actually, I should close the door, too, if we're going to put down the landmine. I don't know how close to the landmine you've got to be for this to work. But there we go. We'll close that right there. And if we could blow somebody up, I would prefer to. Can I recover my landmine after I make it? I mean, the materials aren't that hard to come by, so I can make a bunch of them. It's not a big deal. Let's look for a weapons cabinet or something. There's got to be a... I mean, obviously, I think we probably have a decent chance of finding loot around here somewhere, but... Where's the weapons lockup? That's what I'm interested in. Is this it? Oh, did we find it? Is it looted? Is it what? Nothing so far. I feel like this would be the place, though, if we were going to find anything. Either way, what I'll do is I'll start off the next episode here, too, and we'll hit it again, because I'm going to stop recording after this one. This is my break for the weekend episode, and so... Let's grab that. No. So many lockers, and, like, nothing to find, unfortunately. Well, ooh, evidence lockup, maybe. Can you even loot anything out of here, or is it just kind of like here? I guess it'd be smart to check the weapons locker. Nada. I think I heard somebody fire a bow. Let's stay low for a minute. We got nothing in here. So unfortunately, it can't be helped. I'm going to hit the remainder of these lockers real fast. I keep hoping somebody will step on our landmine. I wonder if it's recoverable. Either way, we left a nasty present for somebody when they come back. God, they're going to have the worst day ever. Because you know they're not going to see it. They're going to be trying to get into the police department as quick as possible without getting caught. And kaboom, there it goes, off with their foot. Or feet, depending. Either way, though, this seems like a prime log-off spot just to see if you can hit it every now and again when the server respawns. These are probably kept to a minimum. I would say that in the interest of keeping people going towards the item shop, they probably don't stock these with weapons very well. Or the respawns are really, really long such that people have to camp them and wait here. Because, yeah, they fixed the containers, so there should be loot in these. Unless somebody came here already. Look, there's a tack light right there. Somebody looted this already. There you go. And so we got here too little too late. It is what it is. It is what it is. So we've got a bunch of jail cells in here. Crazy. Alright, well, I'm probably going to log out in one of the jail cells back here in one of the urinals. And it's weird that they have a, like, micro-functioning jail here in the basement. I've never seen that in a police department before. I've seen, like, these cells, the holding cells for, like, over the weekend and stuff, but for processing. Anyways, my name is Splattercat. I will see you all next time. Take care, everybody. I'm having fun with H1Z1. I hope you are, too. It's a buggy mess, but it's a buggy mess that I'm enjoying. I'll see y'all later. Hi, do everybody.